When it comes to precision accuracy, you're not going to miss any of it with the Thunder Nova Plus 24. Now, one of the reasons why we purchased this machine was because of that RF tube technology that they started putting in all of the Nova Plus series and even their future Titan models. So what does this do for us when it comes to precision details and our custom patches that we do here at LaserHyde? Now, keep in mind, we're a custom leatherette company, so we sell leatherette sheets to the hat making industry. Those that have hat making businesses or are doing custom things with leatherette, we sell those sheets to make really high-end custom patches. And knowing that we're one of the best on the market, having one of the best on the market when it comes to lasers was really important, because when we spit out patches to our clients, we want to make sure that they are some of the best. And we're able to achieve that with Thunder. Thunder Nova Plus 24 is a very unique machine. One, because like I said, it comes with the RF tube in the machine, and 60 watts of power come with that bad boy. Now, what does that do for us? Well, unlike the Bolt, which is about half that power, at 60 watts, it actually allows us to reduce the amount of power that we're needing to engrave our patches. So where a Bolt might be at 35% power or 30% power, we can be at about 20% power, depending on the material that we're burning through, to achieve our task. And what that is going to do is it's going to extend the life of your tube because you're using less power to do it. This tube being 60 watt, it's equivalent to a 100 watt tube. So imagine buying 300 to 400 watt tubes over time. That's just 3 times that you don't have to mess with replacing tubes in your machine, and then all of a sudden having inaccuracies all over again and having to readjust for brand new tubes. So the RF tube not only gives you precision point accuracy, as you can see here. Look at the detail in the drill. You've got all that detail in that drill, the little lines, even the lines in the wrench. Now, if I were to slow the speed down, this was at about 650. Even the small text right here, this was even a problem before on my glass tube, but not a problem here. Look at the end. Obviously, you don't want too small a text when it comes to that, and you want to use the right fonts, so make sure your people know. But the detail here is just amazing. Now, again, if we were to slow this down, the results would be even better. But before, where we had issues even with the inside of that SRT, the small detail in the Sheriff glass tube, problems. The feathers, I mean, it's all in there. Now, this is at a 650 speed. If I took this down to 500, it would have been even cleaner. Look at the airplanes. I mean, the airplanes came out phenomenal. And look at the inside here. This is where it really matters. That's really some detailed stuff that you normally would have problems with on a CO2 glass. These are patches that I've had issues with in the past that I'm not having issues with when it comes to this machine. But look at the stars, guys. Look at the detail in those stars, how sharp they are. And keep in mind, this is the 2.5 lens. That's the stock 2.5. If you want to even get more detail, you can use the 1.5 lens here for that, which I get really great results off that 2.5. And this is considering that this was going at 0.78 DPI. If we took this down to 0.050, 500 DPI, we would get even cleaner results when it comes to this. But look at the detail. This is larger, right? This is about the size of a quarter. This is about the size of a dime. Look at that. The size of a dime. Now, obviously, with this one, we had to run a separate setting from this one. So this was set at a blue fill at a different speed and power. And then this one we kind of did at a different power. But this is, again, one of the main reasons why I decided to go with the RF Thunder Nova Plus 24, because of what it was capable of. When I seen at APA Expo this year, when Thunder was there, what they were doing was certain very precision, detailed designs. I was blown away and floored. Just wanted to show you guys why we chose this machine. If I was serious about wanting to start a business and put out some serious products, I would go with this. I've already convinced other people based on what we're doing here, and I've had people that were buying patches from us because of our precision that we're spitting out with the RF laser tubes. They're like, man, I want to buy one of those. And I told them, look, if all you're doing is hat patches and you don't see yourself doing anything else, then you can just start with the Bolt. But if you want a little more bed space and something that's a little bit more powerful, go with the Thunder Nova Plus 24. There's about a $2,000 difference, but you're gonna get a lot more bang for the buck. That 60-watt tube alone is amazing. Now, what is the benefit of the 60-watt RF tube? Think about this, is it does not require a separate water chiller. That is absolutely amazing. Why? Because it also doesn't require a separate outlet. Your chiller should always be on a separate outlet from your laser. Those things can draw a lot of power, and that's almost an $1,800 separate expense, you know, when it comes to a laser machine. Now, obviously their regular classic series comes with a chiller, but the fact that this doesn't have to have a noisy water chiller next to it is pretty cool. Okay, so RF tubes specifically, they're air cooled. They don't require a water chiller. Now, some things that I wanted to show you. This machine does not come with wheels. It's got little stands, and no, those stands are not adjustable either. I think that's actually something that Thunder needs to fix. They need to put adjustable legs on this machine, but a coffee stand is really all you need to be able to sit this on a stand. Now, they do sell a separate stand for this if you want to buy that and purchase that, but I mean, I picked this up for 20 bucks on Marketplace. And if you need to extend the sides a little bit, just add a piece of wood. We're obviously going to trim this out just so it has a nicer, clean look. And that was enough to get this machine on a stand with custom drawers. So that is a plus when it comes to this machine, is you can just go find a used coffee table that's about 50 inches wide or 45 inches wide, and you're good to go. So the one great thing I like about this, guys, is the fact that you do get the bigger bed. So 15 inches by 23.6 on the bed size, and then you also get a 6-inch output. So 6 inches is what's outputting to the back of this machine. All of the controls, they're on the side, very easy to get to. So if you ever have to replace parts on your machine, if your machine is open on both sides, it's going to be very easy to get access to the boards, to fans, or other control units on this machine, which I really kind of like, because my other machines, all that stuff was typically in the back. Being a smaller profile machine, working on the rails is going to be so much easier for you guys. This machine is brand new, but we've been using this machine for about 3 months now since we got it set up, just to kind of really put it through its ringers and test it and go through some detail and whatnot. And if you look at the detail in these very specific patches right here, you're gonna see what this machine is really capable of. The details in this Sonoma patch really were just off the hook. And if you now look at this right here, the Aztec calendar, this is what will really set apart the boys from the men. Okay, this is where the Nova Plus will just blow your mind, and it'll show you the amount of detail that it's capable of. That RF tube. That RF tube can get some very pinpoint accurate lines when it comes to engraving. Now, what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna put a link in the description to this machine, the Nova Plus 24. That's gonna go directly to its page, and that's my link. And what I'm just trying to do is get people to go to the website. And I think it's worth it for you guys to do so, because here's what you're gonna need to do anyways. You're gonna need to compare specs, okay? Now, I want you to go to the website, and on the bottom, to be able to see all the technical details about this machine and what they've done with it, you're gonna get it all there, okay? The features of what comes with it. This thing comes with its own air compressor. It comes with its own tubing. You got the metal rings that come with it for the tubing. It even comes with its own camera, which the original Nova series does not come with that. So this is an upgrade here that comes with this machine, which really kind of makes it beneficial. So considering the upgrades that you get with this machine, the RF tube, the 60 watts of power, the camera, and then of course you're getting the metal honeycomb bed with this and the night bed, so you're getting both. The upgraded body style of this machine, you're really not losing a whole lot with those upgrades that are included with this machine compared to a Nova. And quite honestly, if you're looking at a Bolt, which I'll have a link in the description to the Bolt too, so you could compare the Bolt specs to the Nova Plus 24 specs, okay? They're both running the RF tube. The Bolt is gonna be running half the amount of power, versus a 60 watt. So you can compare those two, and you also can compare the resolutions. Now, when you have the 1.5 lens right here, you can get extremely high resolution. That'll get you some even crazier pinpoint accuracy. Most of the stuff that we do here in the shop is with the 2.5. We get really great results, but we've kind of dialed in settings for the 2.5. We still have to dial in settings for the 1.5. But when it comes to patches, if you're ordering the laser, you definitely want to make sure you're grabbing that head as well. I've always wanted to work with Thunder for one reason: their customer support and their customer service. The amount of support that you get from their communities is the main reason why I decided to go Thunder, but also I kind of feel like Thunder is doing things different than everyone else. They're always ahead of the game when it comes to technology, but they're doing it in a way to where they're making it affordable to have superior technology in these machines, but at a really, really, really great price. Okay, now, when you think about it, most people trying to get into laser engraving, they're unsure about what they're doing. So they're kind of scared about the investment. So what are they going to do? They're going to go cheap. But I'm going to tell you right now, most cheap starter lasers that are decent are still going to run you about $4 grand. Do you want to blow $4 grand on something that is going to tell you later, hey, I want to upgrade to a better machine? Now I've got to go spend $5 more grand, or even $7, or just spend the $7 right off the bat, get the Thunder Nova Plus with all the bells and whistles, and call it a day. Thunder includes a lot of the stuff here, so there ain't a whole lot that you got to purchase separately. This is why I'm telling you, go to the website, look at the specs, and compare. But here's the thing. When it comes to other lasers that are out there that might be comparable, that are featuring RF tubes, I do not want to be the guinea pig testing your brand new lasers that just came out. Okay, that's what a lot of companies do. They'll throw out free lasers, or they'll throw out lasers at a discount because they expect that, hey, because we just gave this to you at a discount or for free, we want perfect reviews in return, or we want you to do a whole year of YouTube videos. And that's not what I'm trying to be or do. At this point with our shop, LaserHyde, we're a professional leatherette company that is really providing a lot of great materials. We don't put out cheap stuff when it comes to our patches. We use our high-end product, and we expect professional results. And with Thunder, I feel like they're always ahead of the curve, and everyone's trying to catch up to them. So all I need is a simple machine, and this is where Thunder fits the bill, because they give that to you at a really, really great price. So the quote is, buy once, cry once. And that's what we did here. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's been worth every single penny. So when it comes to the firmware, the technology, and all the things that Thunder has to offer, they're always on top of everything. And if you just look at Clay alone, you see the amount of work that he puts in when it comes to the content that he's spitting out for Thunder, telling you why Thunder is always the best. You don't see that a lot from other companies. You don't see the actual owner of the company creating these videos showing you, hey, I'm proud of my product. That is what really attracted me to Thunder Laser, but it was their communities too. If you go on Facebook and type in Thunder in the search bar, you're going to see some very, very great communities that have a lot of people that are there to support as well, that use their machines. And just look at YouTube. Everyone who has a Thunder loves their Thunder. There's a reason for that. So that's all I got for you today, guys. Please, please, please go to those links and just print those technical specs out, because it's going to give you the specs on the electrical, which on this machine, it does say 15 amp on the cord, but on the specs, you want to run a 20 amp breaker with a 20 amp circuit would be recommended. Now, if you're using a bolt would be a 15 amp. So you want to run a 15 amp breaker with a 15 amp circuit here at the wall. We've got both of those. So we got one plug for a bolt. So if we decide to add a bolt here for the future and maybe do some YouTube content on a bolt, we'll have that machine here, but we don't right now. We'll see what happens, or some other machine, might go there. But whatever we put there, it's definitely going to have an RF tube. The RF tube, I wouldn't leave home without it anymore. So from me to you, this is my recommendation personally, the Thunder Nova Plus 24 or the Thunderbolt. I've already recommended a Thunderbolt to one of our clients that buys a lot of our leatherette, and this woman, Sonoma Stitch, she has exploded. She is now doing custom patches and hats full time now, and that is awesome. Off of one bolt. One bolt can put you in the hat game business, spitting out patches that are better than half these patches that you see out there in the market today. So there's a little bit of information for you guys. Stay tuned to the channel and subscribe, because we'll be having a lot more content on this machine releasing, showing you how to dial in your patches with different materials, light burn settings, etc. So that way, if you're trying to get into the hat decorating industry, our channel is going to help you accomplish that goal very easily. So like, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video, guys. Peace out.